Hey guys, we are going to be making some monster dolls today. We went to the Goodwill outlet and we bought some fabrics and some clothes to use for the fabrics. Here is a stretchy knit green and gray striped shirt. That would be a good pattern. No idea, don't really have an idea of what I'm going to make. I just picked out some things that I thought might look cute. Thought this would make some good hair. A little scarf there, and I found this little kid's little jacket, and it has some cool fuzzy stuff on the inside, and then the purple on the outside. There's a couple of different kinds of fabrics there that I can use, so I went ahead and grabbed that. And then this little shirt has velvet lining around the buttons. I thought that would be a cute detail for the front of a monster. And then over here are some things that I already had. These are some little boys' shirts, a couple of different patterns that my grandson outgrew pretty quick, and then some vintage velvet trims and stuff. Thought these might be cool things. We also found this bag of plastic pellets at the Goodwill outlet and picked that up. Figured that would make good things. Found that big pillow to use for stuffing. And then my kiddo found this pajama thing and thought he might use some of that furry stuff and the black fuzzy fabric on that to make his. And he got this little drawstring bag, and he found these little fuzzy pajamas, this cute little polka dot shirt, this little blue sweater, kind of turquoise sweater. It's pretty cute. And then he found this tie-dye shirt he thought he might like to use. I don't think he ended up using that, and then these little happy face pajamas. He thought he might cut those happy faces out. So here I've just started the body for my art doll, my monster doll. And I cut those wings off that little teddy bear. I know it's terrible, but it's for a good cause, I promise. So then the front of this is that little detail from that one shirt with the velvet around the buttons. I thought was pretty cute. So right now I'm just laying things out, trying to decide what I want to do. And this is kind of how I do it. So I just cut out the main shape of the head and then cut the ends off of that scarf for the hair. So I've just got everything laid out, and then I keep putting a piece on, taking one off, putting one back on, until I get something that I like. So here I have just laid out. I haven't sewn any of the main body parts, but I made this little eye, just cut it out of several different fabrics and layered it up. I've got these velvet trim that I cut into circles. This is just going to be a piece. Then I've got the little sleeves for the little boy's shirt. So here I have already sewn on the little velvet dots and the button detail, just a little crisscross on that velvet, and then everything else is still just laid out. The arm I went ahead and sewed down the side, and the little hand is just tucked in there for right now, just to see what it looks like. So I did both the arms, and the front and the back of the body I think are finished. So here I've sewn down the eye to the front of the face and the hair to the front of the face layer. In the back of the face layer I already sewed to the body, and I also sewed the front to the face, front of the face to the front of the body. So all my details are done, and the next step is just to sew them together. This is the horn, because I'm making a one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater. Something that my kiddo helped me decide. This is my kiddo's design. He's making a square-headed doll with little X eyes. He's already sewn his legs and arms and the body together. So he's doing really good on that. This is the little purple people doll that I made for the monster doll. Thought he turned out pretty cute. I have just stuffed the little hands with a little polyfill and then sewn them onto the sleeves here, so they're nice and squishy and ready to be The next step is to stuff the arms and sew them onto the body. Stuffed the horn and gotten it ready to sew onto the head. So here I already stuffed the arms and sewed them on. I stuffed the body and have sewn it together, and it's looking pretty good, I think. It was kind of a fun process. Took a while to figure it all out, but that's the fun of it. Just mix and match until you're happy with it. Here's his little doll, his purple people. So this was a really fun project. We're still working on it. Been helping my kiddo learn how to sew and making his design come to light, and he's doing a really good job. You can see he's got his blue sewing machine over there, and I've got mine. So here I'm just hand stitching on the horn so it'll stay circular at the bottom, because I didn't want to sew it on flat because I didn't want it to flop back and forth, which you can sew it on flat, but this one I just went ahead and hand sewed on with some embroidery floss and a large upholstery needle. So here it's all sewn on and sticking up proud like a horn should. Got the rest of him put together. I sewed some eyes, some crisscross eyes on the little purple people, and sewed it to the hand so it doesn't get lost. So he's hugging his little purple people. Got some legs sewn on. And the horn is sewn on, and he's looking pretty good so far. Got the wings sewn onto the back, and I just used the upholstery needle and some embroidery floss to sew those on as well. And these have some wire, so I cut a little hole in the back of the doll and poked that wire down inside, and then sewed it on to the back. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. It turned out pretty good. It was a lot of fun. Very Halloween and just a whole lot of fun. I gotta thank my kiddo for giving me the idea, because I wasn't sure where I was going with this art doll, this monster doll. A little video of how Floppy is. Okay, hold his head up.
I'm trying.
He needs some loving. He's so cute.
Love you.
He's adorable. You did a good job. So here we go. We got the finish. He's finished up his art doll with the square head and the stripy legs. And then here's mine with the purple people eater with the wings and the purple people doll and the one eye and the horn. It just was a really fun. Got the wings on the back. This was a really fun project. My kiddo and I had a lot of fun sewing together. Took us about probably about 3 or 4 hours. We took a few breaks in between, but it was a good project. I hope you guys have some inspiration and keep on sewing.